Really grateful for everyone that's been involved in the search. You look at all of the different agencies that are represented: the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, the London City Police Department, the Kentucky State Police, the FBI, ATF, the U.S. Marshal Service. We even brought in the National Guard because of what the Blackhawks could do in helping us to search some very dense areas. And if I've missed anybody standing up here, it's only because we have that many groups that have pitched in and that are working hard to try to bring some closure to this situation and ultimately catch this individual.
Saturday morning, September 7th, 2024, Joseph A. Couch of Knox County in southeast Kentucky traveled to London, Kentucky, where he entered this store and bought a weapon and 1,000 rounds of ammunition. Mr. Couch then texted the mother of his child sometime between 4:30 and 5 and told her he was going to unalive as many people as he could and then unalive himself. Forgive me for the YouTube speak, but there are certain words that if you say them in a YouTube video, they will bury it in the algorithm and won't recommend it, and many people will not see it. At any rate, it is then alleged that he traveled north on I-75 above London, the very road we're on, the very direction we're going. Found high ground above exit 49, which we'll show you in a minute, and opened up on traffic. Several cars was hit, 5 people was injured, including a Harlan County woman. A Harlan County Independent School Bus, Harlan Independent School Bus, was involved. But the story I hear is tractor trailers pulled up and blocked that. There are some courageous drivers. If the story is true, that's what I've read and heard. A lot of the information I'm giving you is from the Louisville Courier-Journal. Exit 49, 2 miles. It's a real miracle that no one lost their life in that event.
It's awful.
Yeah, but it's a real miracle no one lost their life. We have to remind people to pray for those injured. An intensive manhunt concentrating on the area around exit 49 and into the Daniel Boone Forest over some extremely rough territory. Dogs, drones, helicopters, searches on foot, infrared drones to pick up infrared, found nothing so far. The weapon he purchased at the store in London was left at the scene with most of the 1,000 round of ammunition he bought for it. But he could have quite possibly had another weapon and ammunition on him. So he is to be considered armed and dangerous if he is still among the living. And here comes exit 49. Here's the exit. It's blocked. They're still searching. Now coming up, you'll see that I think the exit is closed from what I've seen on the news. Yes, it is. This is the northbound exit going from London towards Lexington. It's closed. It was either this exit or the southbound one on the other side coming from Lexington to London that they found his car near, I think. Now you'll see there's high ground up here on both sides of the road. So whichever exit he used and whichever side he was on, he had high ground. And there's overpass here, which I'm sure is closed. And you can see the high ground on both sides of the road. Still at large, the alleged sniper.
Still a lot of fear in this area.
Oh yes, we'll show you some video back in London. The schools in Laurel County and surrounding areas have been closed. They've just closed the schools. So this guy needs to be found. I hope he turns up in one condition or another soon.
I hope this don't go on much longer.
Yeah.
This is,
We've had cold nights and hot days. So between
just look at these mountains. I mean, they're...
very rugged territory.
Ridiculous.
The searchers have said it's some of the roughest territory they have searched.
Look at that.
He could be in there right now looking out at us. But he is a 4-year veteran. I think it was of the Army Reserve. I've heard National Guard, but the Courier-Journal said Army Reserve. So he certainly has some experience in outdoor survival.
These mountains are thick.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot to this.
Well, this is uneven and rocky.
Yeah.
His vehicle was found near the exit. And like I said, the weapon and ammunition was found in the spot most likely used by the alleged sniper, Joseph A. Couch. So, folks, we thought we'd give you a first-hand look at this. And I tell you, there's a lot of traffic here, but it's a little unnerving to drive through this area. He had a history of threatening a neighbor with a weapon. And I think that charge either got dismissed or something. Maybe the neighbor didn't show up to court. I forget exactly how that went. So he kind of had an unstable history and had other problems. But nothing, like this till now. But once again, thank God that nobody lost their life, and pray for the folks who was injured, like I said, including a Harlan County woman. And that could have been awful with that Harlan Independent School bus. We'll go on up here to Mount Vernon. I think it is the exit up there. Got no choice. Go there, Richmond. There's another one before Richmond, a couple. But we're going to go up there and turn around and probably come back down on the interstate here to maybe give you guys a look in the other direction. Now we're approaching exit 49 from the north going south, from Lexington going towards London. Right there it is. There's a truck parked at it, actually. And yes, it's closed too. Now the lady from Harlan who was injured said the attack came through her passenger side window, and she was traveling in this direction according to the report, going south on I-75. So perhaps he was on the right side of the road, on your right, as we're going down here. It's really it really gives you the willies to drive through here and know just a few days ago what happened here. And folks, if you are in this area and you see anybody strange, don't approach them. Just be careful. I've seen some warnings from news stations for people to, not be alone, especially if there was, in any wooded areas or anything. And I just avoid it altogether. I've heard stories of people turning their lights out at night around here so people couldn't see in their house.
Everyone in that was in that truck. That had to be so terrifying.
Yeah, that
to be sitting there that long, not knowing where he's at, where he could pop up at if he's going to fall out again.
Yeah, that had to really be, and the traffic was held up forever that night. That had to really be something that, give a lot of people PTSD.
Gosh, I wish that's
awful.
Not to hear something like this.
Folks, I just don't know what's become of the world. Used to be, you was relatively safe driving on the road unless another driver injured you. Something, that's all you had to look for, was other traffic.
Prayers for everybody here and everybody that's been...
well, like I said, the schools are closed. I think they're still closed. They're closed most of this week, I believe. Probably be closed the rest of this week, so they're going to lose a week of school at least.
This is horrible. It's just awful.
Just pray for him to turn up.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to go on a rant or anything, but I don't know why people wants to bring that kind of misery into total strangers' lives.
No, I don't know.
I just...
well, you can't get inside their head. That's, you just never know what somebody might be thinking.
Well, there's a word. There's a word I think applies to a lot of situations.
Yes.
Like this these days, evil.
Yes. So
But
if
that's
y'all
my
are watching
opinion.
this, pray for Kentucky. Pray for everybody that's been.
Well, pray for this guy to turn up.
Yes,
one
pray
way
for this
or
situation
another.
that this will come to an end and no one else is hurt.
If you've been following the news, you've seen this building quite a bit. This is where they hold the press conferences on updates of the situation about the search for Mr. Couch. It's the Laurel County Sheriff's Department. So we thought we'd just give you a quick little look at that. And as you've seen, there's a TV news car there right now, Fox 56. I believe that's out of Richmond. From beautiful London, Kentucky, where you'll always find a beautiful sunset. Thank you, folks, for taking the time to investigate this with us. We appreciate it. Remember, stay safe if you're in this area and pray for resolution to this, that they'll locate the suspect in this. Pray for the families that has been affected by this. Bye.
Bye, folks.
God bless y'all.